Hill Climb Racing is a 2012 2D physics-based racing video game released by the Finnish studio Fingersoft for Android, iOS, Microsoft Windows, and Windows Phone. It was originally created by Tony Fingeroos, Fingersoft's founder, and is the company's best-known product. The player controls a driver across hilly terrains, collecting coins along the way and spending them on vehicular upgrades and on vehicles themselves while being watchful of the driver's head as well as the vehicle's fuel supply. The game received generally somewhat favorable reviews. Critics tended to describe the graphics as being rudimentary at best or ugly at worst and sometimes panned the gameplay as unimpressive, but the former was overlooked when they lauded the physics. Further praise went to the simplistic two-button controls and the freemium monetization model for its passive approach. Its success led to the creation of a sequel, Hill Climb Racing 2 in 2016, and in 2018, the Hill Climb Racing franchise became the second Finnish mobile game franchise after Rovio's Angry Birds to amass 1 billion downloads. The objective of Hill Climb Racing is to drive as far through progressively difficult racing stages as possible while collecting coins, taking advantage of the non-realistic physics and using only two simple controls, the gas and brake pedals. While in mid-air, pressing these pedals will instead cause the vehicle to rotate, allowing the player to control the angle with which they land. Fuel is replenished by picking up gas canisters or batteries along the way. The player can perform stunts such as driving the vehicle into the air for a prolonged time or flipping it over to earn more coins, which after the race may be spent on upgrades or to unlock new stages and vehicles, including a monster truck, dirt bike, tank, and Santa sleigh. Conditions ending the game are depleting the vehicle's fuel or hitting the driving avatar's head. Since its inception, Hill Climb Racing has seen updates that add new content. For example, the Garage was introduced in a December 2016 update, where players can purchase cars and tune their parts. Gems were also introduced as a currency of the game. Fingersoft had plans to localize Hill Climb Racing in China. They had already released the original game in that region in July 2014, in collaboration with MyGames, a Finnish-Chinese game publisher specializing in marketing non-native mobile games to China. Palanen saw an opportunity to appeal to the Chinese audience by altering the game's theme to match their culture, while keeping the gameplay unchanged. Hill Climb Racing, China edition was published by MyGames in February 2015, coinciding with Chinese New Year. A sequel, titled Hill Climb Racing 2, aka HCR2, was released to Android devices on November 28, 2016, to iOS in December 2016 and to Windows 10 on March 23, 2018. It features more vehicles, cups, new events, and a much more recent look. Another sequel titled Hill Climb Racing 3, aka HCR3, is currently under development, believed to have 3D graphics. It was announced in 2022. In its first fiscal year, Fingersoft reported that it gained a total of €15.5 million in revenue via advertisements and in-app purchases. The company's net sales continued to rise until 2018, when Fingersoft reported net sales of €21 million, down from 2017's €29.6 million. This was attributed to the company's focus on building its team and not releasing any title in 2018, and its older games continued to be profitable. A few journalists have described the game's performance as having transformed Fingersoft into a rags-to-riches app studio. In October 2013, Fingersoft announced that Hill Climb Racing had been downloaded 100 million times. In 2014, Hill Climb Racing had over 40 million active players playing it on a monthly basis. Near the end of April 2018, the company's CEO, Nari, confirmed the franchise surpassed 1 billion downloads, becoming the second Finnish mobile game franchise, after Rovio's Angry Birds, to reach the mark and have touched 2 billion downloads combined, Hill Climb Racing and Hill Climb Racing 2.